Man, no Gina here right now. Gina might be in later. Um, she's having to do a little running around and stuff and getting ready in case she has to evacuate down there because of the fires that are going on. So hopefully everything will be okay, but she's all right now. Hello, RV Weekends. Hello, Van Vita Travels. Hello, Shanna Craft. How are you guys doing? So she'll be doing that. So she may pop in later. She may not. Just wanted to let you guys know that. But I'm not too happy because I get a message this morning, and hello, Cindy Willard, and apparently somebody got into Walmart.com, which I haven't been on in months. The last time I went there was to buy the black stuff. That was the last time I went on Walmart. Was when I got the black stuff. And somebody apparently got into my account on Walmart.com and ordered themselves some stuff. So, yeah. So they cleaned out my PayPal account, and I guess lucky me. I don't have that much money because it's connected to the bank account, and the only way that I knew something had happened is I get a message on from my bank account thing that said a thing had been declined from Walmart.com, and I'm like, I didn't order anything on Walmart.com, and so I went and looked on PayPal, and it was gone. So I put it in a thing with them, dispute, and said it wasn't authorized, and it canceled the card and all that kind of stuff. But it just sucks. So we'll see what they say after 10 days. I've had them be asked about this kind of stuff before, so I don't know. Hello, Thomas Jordan, but that's yeah, that's what's going on. So hope you know drives me nuts, man. It drives me nuts when that kind of stuff happens. Yeah, county people, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Samantha Lee's original, yeah. Um, so it just sucks. Just sucks all around. But hopefully it'll get fixed. But yeah, so I was kind of I was dealing with that in between getting ready for the interview that I did earlier with 308 Ghost Train, and so I'm like in my head the whole time we're just like, oh, I fix this, and yeah, it was a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's all right, Thomas Stewart. Um, and I sent off, so we'll see what response I get from them or what more I have to send off. But I contacted the New Ear about this light and how it went out because I looked, I hadn't even had them a month since they got delivered and that went out. So I'm gonna see what they say about warranty for that light. Hopefully they'll send me out a new one because it went out and burned out. The other one's still working just fine, but it got hot one time, and then um, I made sure to turn them down so they weren't even on max. Just because of that, I'm like, well, I shouldn't be able to have it on max. It shouldn't get hot, even if it's on max. It shouldn't. It runs off a USB. It shouldn't be getting that hot. And then I had them on and took a nap for a minute, woke up, and one of them wasn't working anymore. So that's what happened with that one. So I'm getting that one fixed, right? Or not fixed, but we'll see what they say about that. So that's the two things that I'm dealing with. But um, I am at 56 hours this morning, and thank you everybody that watched the blog this morning. And I'm happy to be putting more stuff into the vlogs. I won't have a walking vlog today because I got another interview this afternoon, and I'm taking care of some stuff. So there probably won't be a walking vlog tomorrow. That'll probably be the next day that another one comes out. But I'm just stuck inside all day. I got to take care of a bunch of stuff in here. So that's what I'm dealing with as far as that goes. So that is no fun. No fun indeed. But hope you all are having a good day. And I kind of wanted to ask you, because I was watching this clip. And thank you, Cindy Willer. Yeah, I'm at 56 hours. So thank you, everybody that's been running my playlist. We'll be there hopefully here by the end of this weekend. 56, yeah. And hello, Bob the Raptor and Joe for popping in here. Yeah, so hopefully here by the end of this week, which is funny because I got an email. I had already filled out a bunch of the stuff months and months and months ago for and signed whatever thing for YouTube a long time ago, and they're like, well, if you're not monetized within 30 days, we know you already did the signing of this stuff, but we're changing it, so you'll have to go through all this stuff again and sign all this stuff or whatever. So I'm like, well, good thing. I'll hopefully be there within 30 days. That shouldn't be a problem. But so I was watching this clip earlier, and I was talking about the top 10 most expensive video game systems, and they put them with adjusted for inflation, how much it would be, and all that. And I was hearing the prices of what it would be, and thinking to myself, man, what's the craziest thing that any of you that have spent money on where the item, wasn't worth very much after a few years' time? I mean, I done the video consoles, but I used to do computer gaming back in the day. Oh man, I spent tons of money investing, or not investing, because that's depreciation. Not investing. Hello, our epic RV Richard. But I put a bunch of money into video game stuff for the PC back in the day. That isn't worth anything now. So I was thinking, how much stuff in our lifetimes can you really think about that you spent the money on that it went obsolete? You want the PS5? Yeah, that one's gonna be pretty pricey too. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool though. I'm always excited to see the new consoles come out, but this time I'm not so invested in getting one right away. Or maybe I might not even get one again at all. If anything, I may just game on a computer eventually when I get one that is more powerful. They'll be doing editing on it anyway. I figure that. Yeah, and that was one of the ones that was on the list. Was the PS3 was one, because it was one of the most expensive gaming consoles that there is the PS3. So yeah, my buddy had one of those. I didn't mind it. I just never liked the PlayStation controllers. I never liked that layout. I like the thumbstick on the left. I know it looks like it's right on the screen, but on the left, because you're mostly moving forward and backwards, and so I didn't the angle of the shot where you're circling. I liked having closer down, but when I'm just running like first person shooters and movement, I kind of liked having that one up there. But I like the stagger thumbsticks. And 56 hours to go, right back. 56 is all. So I'll be here for the show today, and then I'll be popping back up later and this is why you guys don't see them anymore. I only pop them up now if the guest shows up, I'll switch it to public. Otherwise, I don't even have them down beforehand to pop up as a notification because I've had so much issue recently with guests either having trouble or not showing up that I don't want to put a thumbnail up there and have people come in and wait. So I usually pop it up. I'm supposed to have one later this afternoon too. So if that pops up later and it's something you're interested in, it'll be another music artist. It's the band Walker's K, and I'll be talking to them. So I had 308 Ghost Train this morning, which was an interesting guy and pretty neat to talk to. But so that's why you don't see them up there, and I had to move that direction just because I didn't want you guys to pop in there and like be waiting and all that kind of stuff if nobody was gonna pop up yet. Yeah, and yeah, Oregon has 36 wildfire. Yeah, and already lost 500 square miles. Yep, yep. So that's why if you guys why it says maybe Gina on here. Gina has to get some stuff ready in case she has to evacuate from where she's at. So she had to get that done. So that's why she's not popping in here. And hello, William Dixon. How are you? So that's why she isn't popping in here right now. She may pop in by the end of the hour, but it didn't sound likely from what she's got to do and get done. So that's why she isn't here today, because the fire stuff going on. And I kind of talked about it. Yeah, she's replacing the starter. Yep. Yep. When I woke up this morning on my little Google Assistant, this temperature and smoky, the weather forecast said smoky in it. So I was like, oh my goodness. Because all the smoke from the eastern side of the mountains is blowing this direction and into the western side of Washington too. So it's like this, but instead of being fog, it's smoke. But yeah, so what? Like I said, what have you guys spent money on that when you look back on it, go, you can't believe you spent that much on it? Like we're talking about video game consoles, and I talked about the PC stuff that I got back in the day. What's like I almost guilty pleasure item, if that's what you want to call it. Like it's gonna lose money. Like when I bought computer stuff or you buy video game stuff or whatever, it's not gonna hold the value. But you do it because you enjoy it. And I don't want to talk about like one-time things like paying for trips or whatever, because that's not that much on my car. Yeah, that's usually one for sure, especially depending on if you buy it new or used and what kind you get. Yeah, on the car. I had a Cadillac one time that I paid a guy I worked with, and it took me like 3 months to pay him off. I was paying him every check to pay it off, and bought it, and I had it for about 2 months, maybe. And this guy that was drunk did a hit and run on my car while I was in it. He smashed into me at the back of a stop sign, shoved my car out into the road, and then smashed into the side of it again, and sent me sideways, and took off, and never found him. So that really depreciated the value of that one. You overpaid for a multi-track recording studio that they never used it, not in 2 years. Well, that seems silly to me, especially since you do music all the time, Samantha, that in 2 years you haven't used it. I'd say get in there and use it then. I mean, my goodness, what are you doing? You have the music for it. You have the music for a studio to be recording. I'm looking for my soda. Falling apart. Oh, right between my feet. That's what I get. That's what I get. Look all around, but probably the obvious spot. Oh. So yeah, not too happy. I want to know what that person bought. That's kind of what I want to know. I want to know what they bought on Walmart.com with my card. I'm kind of interested to see. I hope it was at least something good that they try to get, not just something silly. Hello, Linda R. Hello. Bill Mora. I don't know. I don't know if she's talking about the same kind of recording studio that she's talking about the music. Yeah, that's not. That's not. That's not cool. That's not cool. Yeah, I use there's Filmora, and then what I use, the one I got now is WeVideo, and WeVideo, the all the actual computing and processing stuff that's required for editing is all done on the cloud. So you upload your raw video files there, and you can put it all together there. So if you don't have that powerful computer like I don't right now, I'm using that, and I'm able to actually edit stuff. Where if I tried to use an editing program on this computer, that was a no-go. That was a no-go. For new bedding being mailed to Italy. Woo! That's fancy. And it's weird too. Like they had to go into that Walmart account and change stuff without me noticing because I never got any like emails or anything like that that something shipped or anything. The only way, like I said, the only way I knew is because the thing came up on the bank, and that was yeah, kind of nuts. Have a little bit of do, yep, just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, there's now it's a subscription, and I think it's 16 a month, but you have cloud storage. You can do in 4K. You can edit 4K video on there, and then it can export it right to your YouTube channel. You want to make sure when you export it, it's not in public. And actually, I can show you guys now that I can share the screen. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I'm just remembering. So let me show you. Hello, Tasting America. Let me show you guys. I don't know how well it's going to work, so bear with me on that. But it did do the music the other day. Okay, so bear with me. If it's not that great of a video, or if it stalls out, I should say. Bear with me if it stalls out. So, all right. So, yeah. See, WeVideo. I don't. This you don't have to have RAM or anything because it doesn't work on there. So let me show you guys what it looks like. And this is what I use to edit. Okay. And so if I'm gonna edit something, I upload all my media, so all my videos and stuff. I upload them here, and I've got songs and stuff in here, but there's video files in here, so I can kind of show you what's going on. But I don't think there, from what I've seen on the plans that they have, there's no limit on like storage and stuff like that. And instead of you having to then upload it to YouTube and spend your data after you do that, you just upload once to upload your files, your video files, and then you can just export it. But if I go on the dashboard, I don't know how well it's going to show you. You'll kind of get an idea, but I'm kind of having to make it a half screen so that I can watch the chat. So I don't have two things. But if I go like dashboard and I say, I want to make a new video, it'll eventually pop this up. It's a little bit faster when I'm not using StreamYard at the same time. So hopefully it pops up. But I can choose what kind of, like if I want to make it for Facebook or Instagram, I can make it there. And then, so hopefully it'll pop it up here. Start editing. And then see it's got where you drop your different video files. So if I wanted this to be my audio file, I'd drop that down there. It has a preview screen over on the side over here. It has a preview screen, and it's got all the same kind of tools that you would have. You can apply themes to it. You can record straight from your webcam. You know, do voiceovers, all that stuff. It has the transitions. Drop your video files in there like that, and then you can go through and you can pull up and edit each clip individually for rotation scale, audio levels, animations. You can do all your color, you know, the saturation, all that stuff. You can do color keying on it as well. And then, you know, speed up, slow down. But that's how you would edit just an individual clip. You can put them on here. It's basically a full full editing program. But as you can see, I'm able to do this at the same time I'm running StreamYard, and this is not a powerful laptop. But so I can just upload them there, and then it's all done here. It renders very quickly, like a 20-minute video only took probably, I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes to render out. And once you go into the rendering phase, once you go into like, hey, finish me out and render it out, you don't have to stay on there, and they'll send you an email when you get it. It is it's free to try it, but you can only use about 5 minutes a month on the free plans. So let me see if I'll pop the plans up here, and I'll show you. But it's $15 a month. Is the one that let's see, is one that I use. I think it's right here. This one is billed annually. Is ends up being, well, they're having a sale right now, ends today, but $5.59 a month. But you have to pay for a whole year. But there's different levels on it. But if you go, and then if you go up more level here, they have right here where it has like stock video and stuff that you can add into your thing. I don't know what brand management is. This is the one that I'm on right here, which gives you publish unlimited videos. I didn't really care about much about the 4K, but I've used some of the other stuff like the titles and all that kind of stuff. But so there's different options on there. But yeah, let's see if I go to monthly. I can show you. Yeah, I'm on the other one that's monthly. It's not showing on here because I'm on it, but it's like $15-16 a month. So, but that's what I use. It's called WeVideo. Um, yeah, and you know what? When I was looking at, I'll when I was looking at computers, I'm like, I can't edit on this thing. I can't edit the computer can't handle it. Well, there's kind of a little animation so you can kind of see. A new computer is going to cost me, at least one that's decent or whatever. It's going to cost probably $800-900. It'll do a decent job at editing and be able to keep up and all that kind of stuff. But this, yeah, it costs me so much a month, but it's cheaper than a new computer would be, and that's always going to stay updated, and then I don't have to worry about concentrating on it. I'm not sure how much more data it's going to use if you're on the road using it or whatever. I can't let you know that, but you can also edit on your Android, on the Mac. It's for P and Mac. It just goes over the web browser. And I think there's an app though for Android. Let me stop this because that is freaking out. That is freaking out. It was doing some wavy lines on me. Hopefully, it wasn't doing it for you guys too. But that's what I've been using, and for the last couple ones. And there's a code in my one that says blog edited with WeVideo. I have a code in there that you can get 20% off the subscription. So you can go in there and edit a video and play with it and stuff for free. So if it's something that you'd like to do, but you can only, for the free version, you can only do 5 minutes a month, I think it is, or something like that. But you could get in there and play with it and edit it and see if it's something that you would enjoy. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, but that's what I'm looking at, 400. But I'm not gonna have to keep up with the editing program either. It's at least something that I can use right now. So if you need something right now that and you don't have the money to drop into even like the 400 or whatever, but you want something to edit with, it's a pretty good featured program, I think anyway, for an option. I always wanted to find options, and yeah, I thought about doing even turning this into a Chromebook, but when I looked at the programs that I was going to try to use, they didn't work too well as far as app wise goes with the size of file that I wanted to use coming from the GoPro. But in the path of searching for that, that's where I came across MeVideo and saw that it was just using using the browser, and it was an option for a Chromebook. But instead of taking and reinstalling Windows off of this one, even though it's barely running on there, I'd rather take that opportunity and take the chance and just leave Windows alone on here instead of messing with that, since it does work for sure. But yeah, that's what I've been using to edit with is the WeVideo. So it's pretty interesting. But I'm also been looking around for vehicles and trying to plan for that at some point in the future. And we're gonna see. I have a feeling, and it's just a gut feeling, but I have a feeling next spring there's gonna be a good chunk of vehicles for sale. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I have that feeling, but I have a feeling. So yeah, that's the thing is the so you use the Luma Fusion. That Wii video that I was showing you, you can use it on anything. So you could even use it when you go over to a MacBook if you want to use that for a little while, and you don't want to spend the money at first to get a more expensive editing program. But eventually, I'll be using. I want to have a editing program that doesn't rely on the cloud in case I'm in a place where I don't have the internet to edit with. That's the key. So you're gonna have the internet to edit with that. So that's one disadvantage of it. But if you're gonna sit down and edit for a little while and you have internet, which I'll have for a little while, at least for sure. So there won't be traveling around for a little bit. But yeah. What are you guys planning on coming out with this winter? That's what I'm wondering. Have you guys thought about what you're going to shoot this winter yet? Do you have any ideas yet? Because I'm just starting to think about that, but I haven't figured out what exactly I want to shoot yet and what I'm going to go towards. But better to start thinking now than to not have the ideas in the wintertime, especially if you're in a place where you can't get out and do things. So, is it doing more live streams for you? Is it figuring out, list videos like 10 things that I like about this, not that? No. Yeah, I'm hoping to be south. Yeah, that'll be nice, especially for you, Van Vita, especially for you going, not being up there in Canada in the wintertime. That will be probably a treat for you. Oh, and live streams as well. Speaking of which, who do you have a guest today, or do you have a guest tomorrow? Trying to remember. I think you might have a guest today, but I may have a guest at the same time. But go to if Van Vita has a guest, go to her show. I'll go to my show. Because she gets some pretty cool guests. We want to get out and show good blah 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 blah. Good boondocking spots to our community. That's a good thing to do. Yeah. Oh, Johnny's journey is today. Well, yeah, definitely. You'll have to go over to them. So even if I have something on, go over and see Van Vita. Pay attention to her stream. If you feel torn and you want to run mine, fine, run mine. But make sure you can't hear. I mean, you have to have a one. Not you can't have it on mute. So have it on one. But pay attention to her live stream. So, and I'm telling you that because I'm not sure until the guest gets there if the guest is going to be here. Because I've been burned too many times. Burned one too many times. Although that cured me of my nervousness. Of that cured me of my nervousness of whether somebody's going to show up or not. I just assume they're not every time now, and act surprised if they are. Hello, Four Corners Report. How are you? Looks like you've been getting some snow down there in your area, in some areas down there anyway. So looks like you're already getting winter down there in the Colorado area, for sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what vehicle to pounce on when, but it's gonna be a little bit. I want to get the bigger chunk that I can get to go buy it. Yeah, 42 right there right now. Yep. Yep. I want to get a good chunk saved up that people don't spend at Walmart.com, but a good chunk saved up so that when I go to buy a vehicle, I have a little bit stronger negotiating position too. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Yep. Winter time. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Let's check our destinations on Van Vita. That will be a fun show. That will be a fun and interesting show. And they'll be on later today as well. So you guys will have to go and check them out when they're on later today. Because it will be a good time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be a good time. Man, my computer did not. Oh, the browser's fine, but it's funny. Like the background, like if I scrunch down my desktop right there, the background, it's all squiggly lines, and then, or not all squiggly lines, but like all blurry. It did not like sharing the screen with the video editor at the same time. That kind of boogied it up, so I'll have to restart it after this screen. Woo! Don't try to share a screen of the video editor. That's your lessons for the day. That's your lessons for the day. Shanna Craft. I don't know if they are yet or not. I don't think they are yet. Shanna. I don't think they are yet. I don't know though. I'm not keeping on top of that situation, so I do not know. But Van Vita, like you asked, Van Vita, she may know. And she does. No. No is the answer. No is the answer. Oh, man. So, if there was one thing from this past week that you've learned personally, what do you think you could take away from this last week? Just curious. I would take away that I won't use Walmart.com to go shopping anymore because it's too easy for somebody else to go in there and buy something if you save your card in there to make things easier to get. So that's one thing I learned this week. I swear, guys. I swear. I didn't have enough going on that I had to grab that too. That was funny. That was funny. Yes, her interviews are fun and educational. Very fun and educational. And if you listen to the one when I was on there with her, I did some streaming, like little game streaming channel back in the day on here, and so I'm going to show you guys that when I get monetized. I'm going to show you guys that, and I'll probably show you some of the silly songs that I wrote from back in the day with a buddy of mine. And you guys can laugh. You guys can laugh at that. So, what are you asking? What about Chasing America? Are you asking about? Are you asking about the fact that yeah, they wiped my PayPal out ordering stuff on Walmart.com? Yep, which makes me really not happy because the money in there is stuff that you guys have donated to me or that's come over from the Patreon and stuff like that. So when that like super aggravated me. today. So hopefully it gets fixed. Hopefully PayPal fixes it and all that stuff. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's not. Hello, Christian Nomad. How are you? How are you? Um, when people tell me I'm number one, I'm careful to see what finger they are holding up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It is chasing America, but I mean, I've done the what I can do. You know, I put it in the thing that I'm supposed to put in to dispute it and all that kind of stuff, and you know, there's not much else I can do at this point. Um, I hope so. I hope that I do. I've had issue with PayPal before, um, where uh, people have gotten money taken out there that I didn't that I didn't send. So we will see. We will see. I hope so, but we will see. It really teed me off earlier, and so was kind of like, man, pop on here and talk to you guys at least, because I don't get a chance to go blog. It's not PayPal chasing America. It was Walmart.com, because my PayPal debit card I used on there to get the Blackstone a while ago, and I used it on there, and there was a charge from Walmart.com today with my PayPal debit card number. So it wasn't through the anybody logging into my PayPal or anything like that. It was because the debit card number was on there, and somebody, you know, hacked in the site. They use the number, and they tried to use it quite a bit, but didn't go through for them. So yeah, they won't like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know Nomadic got back. So, but you know, that card got canceled, and they're sending a new card out, and all that kind of stuff. It's just a hassle, but it happens. It happens. It is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and be angry about it and upset the whole day, because there's no point. There's no point. I can't. I did what I could do, and I can't do any more than that. So um, I tried to follow the advice that I give you guys, and that's one of the things that I can tell you is, if you sit there and get upset about it, you know, I could rant and rave, and I used to. Oh my goodness, for days I'd be pissed off about things, but it just doesn't pay. It doesn't pay for me to be pissed off. However, the system's gonna work with getting it, you know, reversed and all that stuff is how it's gonna work, and I gotta keep moving forward and concentrate on, you know, the different people that I'm gonna be interviewing and talking to, and doing my videos and all that stuff, and I can't really sit there and use anger and um, areas of my brain concentrating and thinking on that stuff happening, when I could be thinking about, you know, what's a cool way to shoot this, uh, what's a good question to ask this person, things like that that brain power much more useful to use on than to be worrying about or angry about something that happened that I now taking care of how I'm supposed to take care of it. But it's tough. It's not like you don't want to. You don't want to be mad and um, angry and think about all that stuff, but you have to not. I have food here. I'm not going hungry. It's not like I have to worry about gas in my car to go to work. It's not the end of the world that it happened. So it'll be okay. Um, yeah, I know you guys you're backing me. I understand. But that you got a perspective. Like I tell you guys, perspective all the time. But it sucks, but I'm not physically hurt. You know, it's not like the person came and robbed me by beating me up and taking my wallet out of my pocket or anything like that, right? So it's still a violation and it still sucks. And hello, Highland Homestead. And so you still have those feelings, but but I'm still okay. You know, and you got to look at it like God forbid, knock on wood, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's not like they hacked my YouTube channel, right? It's not like any of that stuff's affected. Somebody got into a Walmart account, my card was saved there, and they said, "Hey, I'm just gonna order myself some presents," right? I mean, I'm not surprised, and you gotta understand. I've been on the internet so long that there's stuff that's been in companies that have gotten hacked and internet breaches and all that kind of stuff. So all my information's out there. It's not surprising that this happened at all. So it sucks, but am I shocked? No. Hello, Binding Lights. Um, hello, Hitch Up and Joe. Actually, I've been lucky in the fact of other than way back in the day, people trying to take money out of my PayPal account, which that was like 8 years or whatever ago, and that got fixed. I'm not worried about this getting fixed either, but other than that, this hasn't ever really happened as far as somebody charging somebody my account that wasn't supposed to. I was just telling everybody hit Justin Joe about somebody used my PayPal card to buy some stuff at Walmart.com and cleaned out the PayPal account. So that's what you missed. But like I was telling everybody, okay, I'm alive. Whatever's gonna happen, is gonna happen. Hopefully it gets fixed. But you just got to keep plowing forward, man. Keep plowing forward. Um, and that's something from like I said, getting used to getting so upset and getting so mad in the past at everything. And I had to take anger management courses and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys. Yeah, it is. But I used to get so angry at everything and thinking about all the time that I waste just being angry about stuff that, it affected me. I can't change at the moment, right? I don't have the access to go to PayPal system and change things and fix it. They do. I put the message in. I did what I could do. Now don't worry about it till I get an email, right? They said it could be 10 days. Okay. You know, day 11, we'll see if there's a message. I'm not going to worry about it till then. And, you know, I got food, rent's paid, you know, there, it sucks, but everything's okay. It's an inconvenience. And I really had to work on putting inconveniences into perspective. And it's so hard to do, especially something like that, because it's, you know, you do feel violated because somebody did that. And it sucks because um, you know, that's gone. But at the same point in time, it's still just an inconvenience because it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It happens. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated. Just like with, you know, I my other light's still working. Hopefully, working with the guys here with the lights, you know, they'll send me a new light, and I'll be more than happy to say, hey, you know, things happen. Sometimes, you know, sometimes things happen in manufacturing or whatever. Might have been just a, you know, bad item, and they send me one to replace it. I'd be more than happy to tell you guys, you know, use them, you know, for lights and stuff like that. But I'm always going to be honest with you when stuff happens too. Like if they say no, we're not going to take care of that, I'm like, well, that sucks. I lost some money buying lights from them, but I wouldn't recommend buying lights from them if, you know, you don't have something for a month and then burns out when it's just a light that turns on and off. So that's the way I'll always be, even if when I get sent products, you know, I'll tell you if something sucks or what's nice about it or whatever. I'll never be one to not tell you guys that stuff. Ever, ever. And Gina popped in. So we got Gina for a few minutes. So hold on one moment. We'll pop her up here.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? How's it going?
Good. Going good.
I just got back from town getting the starter. We're gonna cool off a little bit and get it thrown on real quick, so
Heck
I can
yeah.
bail. So I can bail if I need to, because it's just on the Cave Junction fire is only, as a crow flies, is about 15 miles from me, 10, 15 miles. And I got pictures of it. You can see it coming up over the mountain, and I'm at the bottom of the other side of that mountain. So definitely it's not looking pretty.
And then you're getting all the Ginas in the house, Shanna and Van Vita and everybody.
Hello, guys. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Van Vita is so worried about you. I told you guys she's okay. She's just getting prepared. She's being smart, man.
Yeah. Yesterday when I was, it'd been about a week since I started the van, but I noticed the last time I started it, the starter went, you know, like it wasn't catching, it wasn't engaging. Right. And so when I started messing with it yesterday, I seen it wasn't engaging. And so I got it out real quick, and it was under warranty because I just put it in. And so I went to get the other one, and we're going to cool off a little bit. It's really hot and really smoky. The smoke's getting to me outside, and then we're going to put it on. So
I bet it is. Like I was telling people this morning, I got up and Google Simpsons, like it's 56 degrees and smoky outside. I'm like, what? And smoky outside?
Yeah.
That is, I'm like, if that's in the weather forecast, man, that's nuts. That's nuts. And yeah, I know down there it's probably because they were already talking about the fire stuff earlier this year. You know, you were talking about it, so I can imagine it's probably just a tinderbox.
It is. As a crow flies south of me, the fire is about 10 or 15 miles east of me. The Medford fire, which is huge, is about 15 to maybe 20 miles. The smoke from it right now is blowing northwest, which is barely missing me, but the smoke from this fire is right on mark, coming right at me. I don't know if it'll hit me as hard because I'm at the bottom of the mountain, but it's pretty bad. They're saying they're going to be surprised if Cave Junction is still standing tonight. So,
and happy camper. I'm in Western Washington, and there's not too many fires over here right now. But the smoke's blowing in from Eastern Washington because of the way the winds are going. So it's blowing all from.
You can see that. See that?
Yeah.
See that mountain between me and the fire? My van is parked at the bottom of that mountain.
Wow.
And so yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully that's all it's wrong. It's got to be that the teeth on it aren't messed up, and I don't the teeth on the flywheel I'm sure aren't messed up because there's been no grinding or anything. It just that starter just didn't engage.
And Rat Pack wants to know if you still have an evacuation route that goes north.
Well, I can go north on I-5 from here. I'm trying not to because I still have my tires and wheels sitting here, and I can't get them put on yet. So I don't want to go that far. I mean, I might. I talked to him on the phone. I told him that I'd probably come by there. I mean, if I had to evacuate, that's probably where I would go. But right now, I'm hoping I don't have to.
Yeah. And Beyond BD3 popped in. She'll be on here next. She's going to be telling some ghost stories, it looks like.
And hello, everybody in the chat. I miss you. Thank you for all the prayers and great thoughts. Hello, Blinding Lights. Hello, RB Weekends. Van Vita, thank you guys for worrying about me. Much appreciated. All your positive thoughts are appreciated. It's just kind of scary. I'm having a hard time breathing with the smoke. That's just because I don't have that great a breathing issue. I have bad breathing issues anyway. But yeah, it's all right though. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let nothing happen to my herd of cats. Know that.
Right. Arizona Insider popping in. It's 88 there today. Down there in Phoenix.
88, that's nice for Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter
hotter than that here.
If you bring your wheels and tires with you, we'll get them put on here, is what he said.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how I could get them all on here, tie them all on. My deck ain't that big. I don't think I could fit them all in here either. I'd try.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, if you guys want to drop here, let me drop BB3's link here in the chat, and go over there and hang out with her, listen to some ghost stories. I'll be doing that anyway for sure. While my hands are busy.
47 were the happy campers, or yeah, the happy camper. Holy moly! I wish I was there. I wish some of that rain that's happening back east would happen here.
Oh man, wouldn't that be nice?
I've been telling everybody this all year it's going to be bad here. I've been telling it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been so dry there. That's what I said. We got lucky and had some rain here this summer and made it nice. So at least we didn't have that much of dry weather and all that kind of stuff. So it's been nice. But there is
yeah.
BB3's raid. If you guys want to go head over there. And thank you for popping in, Gina. Me and Gina will see you next time. I'm going to play the video and we're going to get out of here. See you guys later.
Anyway, I'm sorry.